I lost my new position after 1 month, and I remember thinking this wasn't supposed to happen yet. But I did not get fired. A month ago, I stepped into an operational support role. It was not technical and it was not IT, but it did deal with a lot of communication, process, problem solving, and real people. And for someone like me, that was a lot more scarier than trying to achieve my certification. Because with trying to get my certification, I can study alone, I can Google alone. But when there's people in front of you, you cannot hide from them. So you can memorize commands, you can pass tests. When it comes to actively trying to solve a person's issue live in front of them, that is a whole different ball game. It was crazy because the first week I was overthinking everything. Before answering someone, I would run the sentence through my head about 3 times. I would plan. I had multiple documentation of just what I would do if an issue arose rather than actually having issues. Am I saying this right? Do I sound confident? Or what if they ask something I don't know the answer to? The crazy part is nobody else probably even noticed that those were the thoughts that were going through my head. But internally, it felt like survival mode. I wasn't scared of the work, but I was scared of being exposed, of being seen as someone who didn't really know much, or exposed as inexperienced, exposed as unsure, exposed as possibly not ready. But some things started to shift throughout the month. I stopped panicking, I started to sound more confident, I began to listen before my mind would spiral, and the problem solving became a lot more easier without the spike of fear. And for the first time, I wasn't counting the hours until the shift ended. I actually felt relaxed. I felt present. The role made me develop something that I was missing my entire life, which was confidence in real time. And that mattered way more than I expected. But then that was when the opportunity showed up. It wasn't planned, it wasn't something that I was searching for, but this opportunity offered better pay. And it was less physically demanding, and it had a way better schedule than what I was previously working. In long term, it has a path to more technical exposure, the kind of direction that aligns with everything I've been trying to do here. So no, I didn't lose the position because I failed. I just happen to be moving forward in a different direction. But just because it's going forward in a direction of where I want to be, it still doesn't mean that it feels good. Here's what nobody talks about when you end up leveling up. Sometimes leveling up can feel like quitting too soon. I started to feel like I had belonged. I stopped feeling like the new person in the group. I started to understand concepts that I wasn't understanding before, and I simply was so prepared for anything that came my way. But there's something uncomfortable about leaving before you've proven yourself fully. There were things I have not ran through and have not been able to show to others that I knew how to do. But even if the move makes sense, even if there's more money, even if the schedule is beautiful, even if the long-term path is smarter, growth doesn't always feel victorious. Sometimes it feels unfinished, and that actually bothered me way more than I expected. But here's the part I did not see at first. The support role was not about systems, it was about pressure, it was about composure. It was about speaking clearly when your brain wants to shut down, or knowing when you don't know an answer, how to deflect and come back later. And that's a transferable skill. Tech isn't just technical ability, sometimes it's the way you perform under stress. Solving problems while people are waiting on you. And this month that I have experienced has developed that. And no promotion could take that away. So now I'm back at the beginning again. New environment, new expectations, new discomfort, and that same familiar feeling of not being ready. And it's funny how that feeling like never disappears no matter what you do. It just changes forms. Before it was certification anxiety, then it was the support position anxiety, then it was communication anxiety, and now it is responsibility, I guess, / new beginning anxiety. And maybe that's the pattern. Every time I feel like I need more time, life begins to move anyway. Every time I keep thinking I need 3 more months, things just end up happening. The opportunity shows up at once. So maybe readiness isn't something you feel first. Maybe it's something that gets built up after you do it, or when things are in motion. I didn't lose the position, I just happened to outgrow it faster than I thought. And if I keep feeling this feeling of not ready, then that probably means I'm moving in the right direction.